Alright everybody, welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. The last time we were here, what did we
Hey,
have? Hey, we finished clearing out the Carta hideout. We had a few more rooms to explore, completed it, met with Jarvia. She wanted to fight because we had killed a bunch of her Carta members. Eventually got done dealing with her, finally defeated her in battle. Then we come out the other end of the Carta hideout, and we popped up in Jinar Armorer's place. We hopped up in the Armorer's place. He had no idea. We just showed up in his shop, and he's like, "Where'd you guys come from?" He had no idea that there was this entrance here. Now apparently there's a huge hole in his wall that he's upset about. But
On
regardless,
it.
excuse me. I don't know why. Throat's not clear. But regardless,
Of the hour. Lord Balin's claims that Lord Harrowmont soft on Darkspawn proven false by alliance with Grey Wardens.
yeah, that's right. Anyways, we have dealt with Jarvia. That's what I'm trying to say. We dealt with her, we dealt with the Carta. Carta's done. Now we're gonna go see what Lord Harrowmont wants next.
I heard the news. Jarvia and her Carta are dead. I suppose it was unrealistic to expect them to surrender.
I offered them mercy, but they chose to fight. Yeah.
Would that some of the noble caste had such loyalty. I have no desire to go back on my word. But when Balin heard the news about Jarvia, he raised the stakes. He is forcing a vote in the next 2 days. By law, that prevents the Assembly from hearing any other pleas. To help with your troops, I will require your assistance one last time. Do you know anything of the Paragon Branka?
As a matter of fact, we do.
Yes, a smokeless fuel that made underground forges safer than they've ever been. 2 years ago, she took her entire house into the deep roads on a mad quest to uncover ancient secrets. No one's heard from her since. Were she to return and endorse someone for the throne, the Assembly would be honor-bound to accept her wishes.
What if she's dead?
Her entire house went with her. It would take a lot to kill so many. If not, bringing proof of her death, or a body to return to the stone, would still show that as an ancestor, it was my hand she guided to her remains.
Are you sure Bronco would support you as king?
It's hard to say what she would do. She wasn't exactly known for her predictability. She never seemed to like being a paragon. She was devoted to her craft, never cared for politics. But one of the most brilliant minds Orzammar has seen. Branka hated Darkspawn with a passion. She would certainly be a valuable voice to support your treaty.
On second thought, I'm not gonna help you. We'll get you to the throne. I will find Bronca.
My men traced Branka's disappearance to an ancient crossroads known as Caridin's Cross. It is many miles below where we normally venture, but I can provide a map to lead you there. Just enter the deep roads through the mines. Thank you again, and may the ancestors guide your steps.
Alright, level ups, then I'm talking to a dude. Like it. Get your health up, buddy. What do I want you to do? Sure, let's get you tracking some stuff. Why not? I think I need to invest in some strength. I've still got price level 10. Still got a few upgrades with strength. User strength. Well, it requires level 12. That requires dexterity. Shattering blows. Scaring constructs. Strong to 11 means the attack. stun the opponent. Character is known to be able to more effectively reducing penalties to attack and defense from powerful swings. Sure. Quest updated. Anvil of the Void. Completed a quest. Right, yeah, that's the one we just completed. Aeducan Thaig from Caridin's Cross. Branka was said to be passing that way. Alright, so there we go. We got our new directions. Let's go up this way.
News of the hour. Lord Harrowmont, unable to win own battles, turns to Grey Wardens in desperation.
I was in the Royal Palace. And that's where I remember I've never been in the Assembly, and that's where I messed up with having the choice to choose one guy over the other. Might not even be able to go in here now.
The Assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Why do these dwarves look like mages?
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
Don't recognize a Grey Warden.
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the Gate Guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
That would explain why it's piercing my ear. Is there any way I can break this stalemate?
I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Would we complete now? You attempt to address the assembly, but they redact your concerns. While the throne is up for grabs.
Warden, I'm afraid the assembly is still locked in debate. What can I do for you? At this point, they're stone for stone. I wouldn't put... It's...
Cable Dip. I think that's the guy that I would have had to talk to in order to have support Balin or Harrowmont. And I did search it afterwards. I'm like, does it matter? And it doesn't really matter. You like whoever you support, you gain you gain their support in the end to help you against the blight. There's just some story element that's, you know, in our codexes and whatever of what happens. I think story-wise, it just shifted a little bit depending on who you support. Reading up on it, it probably would have went with Balin, because he wanted to, you know, support expanding out the horizons of Orzammar and going to the surface.
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kokari Wars. They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right, and they are right in this.
You know those stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
Nice, interesting conversation. So yeah, like I was saying, because Balin, I think in the end wants to, he wants to like allow surface dwarfs to come back, and like he wants to do away with the old ways of doing things, and he wants to change it up, and Harrowmont is just going to be set in his ways. Oh, maybe I can still support him? I doubt it. I can't go into the assembly chamber, can I? I was just there. The quest is still active.
Desperation is an ugly perfume. Another vanquished.
I'm stunned. Yep, I'm stunned.
Let's make this quick.
Another battle, I see.
Okay.
Let's get started.
You forced our hand. I tried to be merciful. Back. Make a preserve us.
It's either you or me. It's gonna be me.
My stuff. Just going in here quick because there's a quest that I have to deal with. But I doubt I can gain Balin's support because one, Balin's men are attacking me now, and two, I've done all the other things for Harrowmont, like fighting the Proving, and then I've defeated the Carta for Harrowmont. So I think it's too late at this point, but whatever. Yeah.
Coin.
Now we get our hands.
You forced our hand.
Gundam. Don't have much else to attack still. Oh, Morgan leveled up. Nice. That guy's dead. Nice.
Right.
Delirium potion. There we go. We got the Shaper's book back. Probably go return it to him. Okay, let's get a Constitution nap again. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Sure. What do your tactics look like? Tactics are filled out. I don't care about this stuff. Okay. Thinking we can just go return this book to the Shaper, correct? Yeah, okay. Go do that quick, and it'll take us back to the assembly, where if we can get in, then maybe we can talk to that second in command. We could at the very least close that quest line.
You found it. Warden, you have my gratitude. You're a bright spot in an otherwise dark time.
And there we go. We gave his book back. I'm guessing we gained some experience from completing it. We get no other rewards. I'm guessing there was just an experience price tag. Is he in here? It's locked. So this quest is just Prince Balin is one of the two men that could take the throne. During an audience with Balin, you must speak to Vartog Gavron, his second in command. Vartag may be found in the assembly chamber, which is in the diamond point. Well, obviously not, because this is locked. You guys aren't Vartag. So methinks it's just boned. Methinks it's just a ruse. Drop a save. Who knows what'll happen if I go in here? If anything. Oh yeah.
As you wish.
I remember that stuff moving.
This should be easy enough.
Oh, here he is here.
You don't know what an enemy you've made, Surfacer. We need nothing from the usurper's puppet.
What are you talking about?
I am Vartag Gavorn, Balin's second. I make sure he isn't bothered by riffraff who try to steal his throne from under him.
Why would Balin's own colors from Harrowmont king? Why would Balin make a better king than Harrowmont?
Harrowmont's never made a single decision without the whole assembly backing him. Do you really want a man guarding the deep roads who has to check with 79 others before deciding to launch an assault?
Didn't Balin's own father support Harrowmont for king?
Yes. The man you would put on the throne took advantage of an old man's illness to turn him against his own child.
Oh. What would you give me if I switch my support to Balin?
It's too late. Balin will take the throne despite your efforts.
Oh.
But if you wish his aid against the Blight, you should throw yourself behind him. He is not forgiving of those who would take his birthright.
I asked those questions. I want to speak with him.
Don't worry. You'll hear plenty when he takes the throne and has all of Harrowmont's men interrogated. The prince will not easily forget that you oppose him.
There you go, quest completed. Yeah, so it was too late. Yeah.
On it.
Yet we've broken in. He's not here though, is he? No. Oh well, too bad, so sad. I think I may have supported him. I would have had to have supported him many moons ago because I've played the game a few times, and at some point I would have been on his side just to change it up. Alright, well now it's time to go down to the deep roads. Guys, it's a dragon. Ouch. It's the dragon, man. Uh-oh.
Right.
Oh, we're all stunned. Oh, the dragon's stunned up. He's reading it over the dragon's shoulder like a stun or something. Oh, he could stun. Stun move. Oh. Liliana feed the dragon. That was a little codex note for us. Oh. Dragons. Female dragons take much longer to mature than their male counterparts. They too undergo a metamorphosis of sorts at adulthood, but while males lose the use of their forepaws, females actually grow a third set of limbs specifically to serve as wings. Young females travel great distances looking for a suitable nesting site because of their nomadic habits. These are the dragons most frequently encountered by man. And giant spider codex from last time when they spooked me. Giant spiders tend to appear in old ruins and other places where the veil has become thin because of magical disturbances or a great number of deaths. In such places, spirits and demons pass into the world of the living and attempt to take control over living beings. Spiders among them. Not all scholars accept this explanation for the presence of these beasts, however. Some claim that the thinning veil allows magic to leak from the Fade, tainting such creatures as these spiders to transform into larger and more potent creatures than they ever would become naturally. While such spiders are known to possess powerful poisons and the ability to fling their webs at opponents in combat, studies of them have been few and the full range of their abilities are unknown. Ageless. I don't think even Sten could wield that, can he? Well, he does have 34 strength. Not as much armor penetration, not as much strength modifier. Weakens nearby darkspawn, miss kills, 4+ damage versus darkspawn, increase hostility and intimidation, damage in combat. Fuck it, let's put it on there. Stick it on there, see what happens. Switch to that. Do you still have arrows? You don't have any arrows. Let me put these in there then. Dragon bones. That was a codex from looking at the throne. And where these codex. Where is it? Caged in stone. Yeah, this one. The beast is foreign, but the need is familiar. Home and hearth suffer beneath strength and strangeness. These new kin of this Ferelden are better as friends than strangers, so we resist on their behalf, and work with their users to bind with this stone. They no longer fear their skies, and we further our trade above. Lured from above, cornered and corralled. 3 standing in position, a 4th signals the throne. Stasis for the beast, so long as a king holds the throne, so long as a king wills it held. Yeah, this was found on the throne. So I clicked on that, throne of Orzammar, and then there was these shifting noises of gears, or stone. So I was trying to figure out what those did, and with my 4 companions, we managed to get her done with a tad bit of help from the internet.
Grey Wardens endorse paralyzing Orzammar's military.
Now, I think we'll go...
Lord Balin is a bad man! Yes, very bad!
Very original. Now we'll go, I think, to the shop to sell some of our stuff to free up inventory space again. Then I'll go down to the deep roads, kill some darkspawn.
There you are. I thought I'd spoken to a Grey Warden, but for some reason I chalked it up to the drink. I know you're down here to look for Branka, and I need to ask a favor.
You're Oghren, right?
You remembered. I'm sodding touched. I guess now that Sir Upright and Honest thinks my Branka's still alive, you're not so quick to say I'm crazy, huh? but they haven't found Branka herself. And that means whatever they've got, it's not enough if you don't know what she was looking for. If we pool our knowledge, we stand a chance of finding Branka. Otherwise, good sodding luck.
I don't know, you behave yourself. Too bad enough. Lunatics following me already. Sounds like we have a deal.
You should know that Branka was looking for the Anvil of the Void. The secret to building golems, which was lost centuries ago. The smith Caridin built it. And with it, Orzammar had 100 years of peace, while it was protected by the golems forged on the Anvil. As far as anyone knows, the Anvil was built in the old Aeducan Thaig. Branka planned to start looking there, if she could ever find it. All she knew was that it was past Caridin's cross. No one's seen that Thaig for 500 years.
Oh, why do you care so much about Branka anyway?
Why? We were sodding married until she left me and took our whole house into the deep roads on her mad quest for the Anvil.
Well, isn't that something?
It was a stupid move. If I'd been with her, she'd have made it back years ago. But I forgive her.
You forgive her?
Great. Once we're there, I should be able to pick up Branka's trail, no trouble. Lead on.
Frick. This is gonna mess up my whole order, isn't it? Oh, you guys got some levels. Good job, Odie. Leveling up. Sure. And now we'll take you guys all out.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Nice. Gang's all here. A gang is all here, I guess. No, you don't have 32 strength yet. Weak bitch. That's okay. Got a nice battle axe on you. Let's get him some, let's get him to like us right away.
Ancestors, this is a wonderful gift. My ancestors, this is a wonderful gift.
I didn't sell that ruby, I could have sold the ruby.
That looks fine indeed.
And that's the one that we got from fucking... That'll give us 50 plus, basically. Codex updated on Oghren. Oh, I'm not saying I should be your first pick for a dance partner at the inaugural ball, but in the deep roads, I'm your man. Oghren of House Condrat was once a promising member of the warrior caste. His house was not especially high-ranked, but many of its members, Oghren included, had won notable victories in the provings and were considered to be rising in prestige. When a Smith caste family with plenty of money but no political connections offered their daughter in marriage, his family accepted the match, and then everything changed. His wife, Branka, was named a paragon for her achievements. All of House Condrat joined her newly made noble house Branka, and vanished with her into the deep roads. As time passed and it became more and more clear that Oghren had been abandoned, he became the butt of jokes throughout Orzammar. He took to drink, which didn't especially help. Drunk and humiliated, he challenged another warrior to a proving over an insult and killed him. The match was meant to be fought to first blood. As a punishment, he was stripped of his house and barred from bearing arms, the only fate worse for a warrior than exile. Oghren enjoys challenging his palate with alcohols of every increasing rarity, potency, and outright lethality. This has afforded him no benefit whatsoever. He's a drunk, is what you're telling me. He's a fucking drunk. Oh, should I just catch up on some codex? Trian's Journal. 21. Ferventus. Noticed Gorham running around trying to get pieces of my sibling's ceremonial armor ready for the feast. Stopped him and asked him how preparations were going. He mentioned that one of the bracers had a spot of tarnish on it. Was quite impressed at his dedication. He is most loyal to our family. 23. Ferventus. Was on my way to discuss the treaty with father when came across a messenger waiting in the hall. On being asked why he was loitering about the royal palace, he mumbled something about having a gift for the new commander, and asked me, begged almost, to pass along some object or other to my sibling. Mel, the heir. Me? Me? Me. The heir of the throne to Orzammar does not run errands for a messenger. Must have been new on the job. Had him thrown out, however, still reeling from the gall of it. Learned later that Balin had told messenger that quickest way to get things to our sibling was through me, and had made him wait until I came by. So unseemly for Prince of Orzammar to play such tricks. He needs to grow up and understand that, as royalty, he has responsibilities. I'm guessing this is because there was 3 children of the king that just died. I'm guessing these are Balin's brothers. 24. Ferventus found Balin's little playmate again, lurking about the corridors outside his bedroom this morning. Must have been trying to steal something, or already had. Bosom seemed fuller than most decent ladies. Some jewels hidden in the bodies? Anyway, pretended not to see her. Would have been awkward otherwise. Wish Balin would keep her confined to his room, if he must have her around. Little brother is too concerned with fun and pleasure and not serious enough about his duties as prince. Must talk to him about discipline when have time. Fortunately, much too busy with many tasks father has laid upon my shoulders. Jesus, shoulders. Trian Aeducan. 26. Ferventus. Remember to send small token of gratitude to Jaelia Helmi. Alliance between Helmi and Aeducan must be kept strong. Lady Jaelia will, of course, accept proposal of marriage since will be king sooner or later, but never hurts to be polite and keep the lady happy. Hear that there are some surfacers selling silks. Maybe we'll send second out for something nice. Jaelia's favorite color, turquoise. 28. Ferventus. Heard about there being provings held in our siblings' honor. They did not have provings for me at my first commission, and I am the heir. What is going on? Must go watch these provings, make the presence felt. Orzammar must not forget that I am to be her next king. So is this the eldest brother? Or the second one after the first one disappeared? I don't know. Doesn't really explain. We got some notes. Letter from Rika. My dearest Prince Balin, you are too kind to me. I am a small and insignificant thing, and I do not deserve your attention, but your willingness to tolerate my presence shows you to be prince among men. I cannot thank you enough for the beautiful necklace you presented to me. I will cherish it always, and I promise I will wear it at our next meeting. I know my gratitude means nothing to you, but I must say again, thank you. I'll always be your humble and devoted servant. Yours truly, R. The Black Vials, binding the second corpse walker. Catch from your host, may you find no purchase on mortal ground, bound by your true name, as we are sworn to do. Nathamus Biggle, revenant and perversion of a fine daughter. No more will you test the veil, nor reach the fade to escape. Andraste hold you, demon, and bind your rage for eternity. 6 thumbprints in blood mark the end of the text. Okay. Oh, we got another one of these. I don't know which one's new. This one, maybe? No. Whatever. I'm not gonna read that. Okay, well. Now let's take a peek into the deep
What's
roads.
this? A human? Did we make these tunnels tall enough for humans? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission.
Open your eyes, man! This Grey Warden is on a quest to find your Paragon! Do I have to take your stinking head off?
What Oghren is trying to say is that we have
Oghren could have been
permission.
a Desher for House Branka. I suppose he's the next best thing in both skill and arrogance. You may pass. I'd offer more assistance, but my command post is here. All of Orzammar relies on us to hold this line.
Fires Caridin's cross.
Guess it's as good as mine. No one's been there in centuries, but both Balin and Harrowmont had men looking just this week.
Darkspawn the only danger in these
Course
tunnels.
not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Spooky. Saw some deep stalkers. They were like little dinosaurs.
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on 2 legs, but they have the head of a worm and hunt in packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
There are no dwarves past
A
this
few
point.
outposts. Legion of the Dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too.
I should go.
Best of luck.
Thanks for getting out of the way. Let's go. Where we going? Aeducan Thaig. Caridin's cross. Let's go here. See what's happening. The Aeducan Thaig. Maybe we'll find something cool. Aeducan Thaig. Aeducan. Landfill. And through our explorations in the Aeducan Thaig, we found many groups of darkspawns spread throughout. We handled them all pretty well. There was one group that gave us a little trouble. Killed my character and Liliana, but we managed to pull through. And additionally to that, there were many little deep stalker groups spread out through the Aeducan Thaig. There's nothing else in the besides loot, but there's no other dwarves or people down there. Just deep stalkers and darkspawn. So I mean, that's all we could find. Picked up some loot. There's some chests Liliana couldn't open, so what can you do, right? But that was about it in the Aeducan Thaig. Alright everybody, I think that'll do it for today. We saw the Aeducan Thaig, explored every possible area we could go to. This is blocked off, this area is blocked off by barricade. This is blocked off by a big boulder falling, so that does it. That does it for today. We saw this tag. We'll move on to whatever Caridin's Pass, Caridin's Cross. We'll explore it next time. Let's go back to Orzammar. Nice. Good pathing.
Caridin's cross.
Oh shit.
I can't believe Harrowmont actually
Oh,
tracked
who's
this
the
place
key
down.
guys?
This used to be one of the biggest crossroads in the old Empire. You could get anywhere from here, including Orzammar Thaig.
Thaig. What's so important about Orzammar Thaig?
It's the home of Keratin, the Paragon who made the Anvil. He was an Orzammar before he founded his own house. And even then, he spent most of his time in their Thaig. Branka figured it was the best guess for where the Anvil was located.
Yeah, probably.
No one but Caridin ever really knew more than it had some kind of stone-blessed power. Every golem who ever ranged across the Empire was hammered on the steel of that anvil. But no one ever knew exactly how they were made. But Branka was sure she could find out.
So where to go from here?
Branka dug up some maps of the ancient empire. It's a little tough to tell with so much of it collapsed now. But near as I can figure, we're on the right path to Orzammar Thaig.
Nice. See any sign?
Not a one. But trust me, we will once we're on the path to the old Orzammar Thaig. She was going to Caridin's home.
Great, let us
I've
go.
been waiting for someone to say that for 2 sodding years.
Look at these goobers. Hired goons. Well, we'll engage with them tomorrow. For now, it is time to go. So, I'd like to thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you want to help out the channel, you know, you can like, subscribe, comment, do any and all of those things. And until the next video, see you.